famous Rabbonim of yesteryear, and it happens to be here on Chaf Aleph Elul, the 21st of Elul, the Hilula of a great rabbi, great Jerusalem-born rabbi, Rabbi Yitzhak Ashkenazi Z'tl. He was born actually in English year 1859 and passed away in the year 1915. To be precise, the English date of his passing was the 31st of August 1915. It came from very great rabbinic heritage. His father was actually the former Rishon LeZion, the chief rabbi at the time, Rabbi Abraham Ashkenazi, and his mother's name was Rabbanit Sarah. He was born in the year 1859, and he would end up becoming one of Va'ad Ha'edat Sfaradit in Jerusalem, part of the committee of the Sephardi community in Jerusalem. He will become a Chabar Beidin, a member of the Jewish court also, and he will become one of the founders of the hospital called Misgav Ladach. Very, very, very prominent roles he had. So as we said before, he was born to his great father, Abraham Ashkenazi, Rishon LeZion, in the year 1859. And he would actually learn in various different yeshivot, I think specifically in the Tiferet, Yerushalayim also, which has to be pointed out. And then later on, once he was, after learning a lot of Torah, he would actually become a teacher, I think, of Talmud inside this great yeshiva also, and was also seen as a great darshan, a person inside the city that was really giving great sermons over. He would actually then become appointed as one of the founders, let's just say, of the hospital called the Misgav Ladach Hospital in Jerusalem, with some very, very prominent roles and a lot of great work had to do to establish this fantastic achievement over there. And I think he actually bought the property which a hospital was actually laying on, if I'm not mistaken, which is also very astounding and extremely important to know. He actually traveled to Chutz Haaretz a lot, also as a Shluchei D'Rabbanan, within regards to the hospital itself, to raise funds and raise awareness within regards to that. He visited all over different vicinities, including Algeria, also the various, I think also a place called Kotisimi, which I believe is in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken, and also Harei HaKavkaz, which is also another great place in, I believe actually in Europe, if I'm not mistaken, which is also, I think, situated quite near Georgia also. And I think at one stage also, well, he had these prominent positions within regards to the hospital in itself. He was offered the position, or within regards to becoming the next Rishon LeZion, or offered to become one of the candidates within regards to this. I think this was during the tenure after the famous Rabbi Yaakov Shaul Elisha passed away. At that time, there was a vacant position, and he was one of the people that was mentioned also. So he was actually traveling around everywhere. And in the year 1900, he would have been about 41 years of age at that point in time. He was appointed as part of the committee of the Sephardi community in Jerusalem. He was also appointed with a prominent position in the Jewish court, in the Chaver Bedin, as they say, for the city of Jerusalem. And for many years, he would take on this role of grappling with the different cases that came upon him, various different occasions also. So it's very, very interesting. I think during that period also he had close connection. Rabbi Ben Zion Avraham Koinaka. Also, I think this was actually in Chutz Haaretz, if I'm not mistaken. He happened to be great Abedin, head of the Jewish court himself. And he was a posek. He rendered halakhic decisions for the Sephardi community in Jerusalem, which has to be pointed out. And also he wrote various different writings at that stage in time. I think there was a publication called the Ma'asaf, so which he very much contributed to it. I think because of the First World War, he actually moved from Israel, and they moved to Alexandria in Egypt. I think this is because he was a French citizen, if I'm not mistaken, or held a French passport. So he passed away on the 31st of August in the English year 1915. This is Chaf Aleph Elul, to be precise, in the Hebrew year Hey Tafresh Ayin Hey. He was buried in the old Jewish cemetery, I believe, over there in Egypt, in Egyptian Alexandria. To point out, just within regards to family connections, I believe his son Rav Shlomo got married to Rabbanit Simcha, she herself happened to be the daughter of Rabbi Moshe Malka, another great rabbi we've spoken about on various occasions, who was a great man of the congregation and had a prominent position, I think, in the neighborhood of Ohel Moshe. Just to name a few of the highlights also. He wrote, I believe, a Shut, which is a Sheilot and Shuvot publication, also, which I think that was in manuscript, Maasei Ish, which was a famous part of the Ma'asaf and he wrote many different things throughout his time. So we have to point these astounding things out. So he passed away Chaf Aleph Elul in English in 1915. This is, now we're talking about 109 years ago, the great rabbi passed away. Please don't forget to light candles in the great Chacham's memory. And friends, we are a committee here. We've covered probably about 375 great rabbis of yesteryear. Let's cover more rabbis together. Please subscribe to the channel now. Please like the videos and share the videos. I'm wishing you blessings here from Israel.